To create an effective artillery position, place your artillery where it has good sight of the enemy's deployment zone. Place spear units on both flanks of the artillery and infantry in front of the spearmen. Commence bombarding your enemy and force him to come to you. When the enemy gets close, move your infantry to intercept, but be careful not to shoot them with your own artillery. You've pressed the Fire at Will button for the first time. This toggles Fire at Will on and off for the selected troops. Toggle Fire at Will when under fire from enemy artillery. The enemy has brought up artillery to bombard your forces. Use a cavalry unit. There is often an advantage in ordering your infantry to countercharge an enemy infantry charge. The trick is to leave it until the last moment so your own lines are not broken. Gunpowder weapons are capable of piercing many types of medieval armor. The amount of armor penetrated depends on the power of the weapon. The handgun is able to pierce early types of armor. The arquebus can defeat most standard armors. Finally, the musket is able to penetrate nearly any armor in the world.
Rejoice!
In causing an enemy rout, timing is everything. When you find weak spots in the enemy, weaken them until they are wavering, and then hit them hard to cause them to rout. The more units you can rout simultaneously, the more chance the whole army will panic and run. Momentum is overwhelming. Routing 3 enemy units in a battle is no great achievement. Routing 3 enemy units at the same time may cause a cascade of panic and win the battle. Your missile units can also attack in hand-to-hand combat if needed. Select your missile units, hold down the Alt key, and right-click on the unit you wish to engage in melee. You do not only win a battle by killing every last enemy soldier on the field, you also win by causing them to break and flee. When a unit routs, the panic spreads, and nearby units may join them. This can turn into a mass rout. Unlike archers, your handgunners, arquebusiers, and musketeers. Unlike archers, your handgunners, arquebusiers, and musketeers. The best way to clear away enemy missile infantry is a direct cavalry charge. However, be wary of them retreating to terrain that is difficult for your cavalry to manage, or where there are friendly units that could threaten you.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Once your men are in combat, you can make them break off by double right-clicking on a point behind them. This can be a useful trick if your men are faster than the enemy's. When using this tactic, however, it is inevitable that you will lose a few men.
Gunners! Heavy infantry! Heavy infantry! Spearmen! Advance! Attack! Gunners!
Heavily armored infantry can waste enemy arrows by shrugging off their arrows. This is very useful when attacking a foe with superior missile troops.
Cavalry!
Light cavalry make excellent bait. Use them to lure the enemy into ambushes, draw units out of position in their line, or just make them tire themselves out chasing you.
Quickly!
Running everywhere with your cavalry lets them cover ground quickly, but be aware they will get tired if you overdo it. Tired troops are less effective in combat.
Quickly! Arab cavalry!
When cavalry charge, they cause extra casualties due to the momentum of their attack. A cycle of charge, withdraw, charge causes maximum casualties for minimum losses. Repeat until done.
Allah have mercy. We have lost half of our men.
Heavy infantry! Arab cavalry! Attack the cavalry! Heavy infantry!
You've won the battle. Now you can try to kill or capture as many fleeing enemies as possible before they escape. As your troops are in no danger, you may want to speed up time using the speed settings. Left-click on Show Me How to see how this is done, or press Ctrl-T to speed up time.